Hi, champion. How are you? Hello, all of our Tupperware friends out there. We're ready to get started with our cooking with Tupperware and Champion Enterprises. I hope you're here tonight because you're ready to have some fun recipes and get it started. Wow, look at all the cool stuff we have tonight. We are so excited because it's Taco Tuesday. How many of you have already had Taco Tuesday in your house before? Everybody loves tacos, right? Well, if you don't love tacos, you're crazy. I love tacos and my family loves tacos. And we love having Taco Tuesday. And we love having Taco Tuesday with lots of variety and different things. And so we like to do Taco Tuesday at home. And we love to do Taco Tuesday homemade. And sometimes we like to go out for Taco Tuesday as well. And we like to have friends in for Taco Tuesday. And so we're going to show you some neat recipes. We're going to let you have those recipes too. We're going to show you how we use our product. And we are showing you how we use our product in the home, how we can take it on the go. And we're also going to show you how you can get some of those products for free and half price. And we're also going to give you a deal at the end of the evening. We're also going to give you an opportunity on how you can get some products free and half price. And so as you go through the evening this evening, make sure you make a list of everything you want, all right? And so that you can calculate all the good products and the good deals. And as you go through the evening, I also want you to realize that this product has a lifetime guarantee tonight. And so you probably will see some things that your mom had or your mother's mom had. And you also might see some things that you'd really have some fond memories about from, seeing it from your childhood. And that's what's really cool about our business and our product. We're 75 years old and we have a really, really cool product that we have a relationship with and the lifetime product guarantee that we have. So we're going to play trivia tonight. We're going to give you some fun trivia questions, and we're going to give away some free Tupperware tonight. And so you have a couple ways to win. So what we want you to do is we want you to sign in right there underneath our little live. You can sign in and say you're a guest here with and who your hostess is, your Tupperware lady is. And so put that underneath the chat. And if you're the host, make sure you sign in as the host. There's two different drawings. One is a guest drawing at the end of the evening, and one is a host drawing at the end of the evening. The guest drawing is for free Tupperware, and the host drawing is for the grand prize of free Tupperware. So we like to give you a little more free Tupperware, all right? And so you want to make sure if you are the host this evening that you're signing in as the host, all right? So that you have a better chance to win more free Tupperware. And the host drawing, of course, there is fewer of you in the drawing as well. So you have a little more odds to winning, okay? And so I did already mention how old we are, all right? And so we want you to know that today we are playing Taco Tuesday. However, what day is National Taco Day? Does anybody know what day is National Taco Day? Put it in the chat. We want you to see who can come up with what day is National Taco Day. Now, don't Google it. That's not fair. Don't pull out your phone and don't ask Alexa. That's not fair either. Does anybody know what day National Taco Day is? If you do know that by heart, you are really a taco fan, right? And so what day is National Taco Day? Is anybody answering? It might be your birthday, or it might be really close to your birthday. So somebody might know it by heart already. It's really close to my son's birthday. If anybody knows my son's birthday. I have two boys and their birthdays are really, really close.
Yep, somebody got it.
Oh, somebody got it already? How fun is that? Well, guess what? We don't give our trivia person a winning gift because we really can't tell who answers first, because the algorithms don't really show us who answers first. And we used to do that and it was chaotic. So we can't really do that, but we do a drawing now. And so actually, how many guests do we have signed in at this moment, Jessica?
Pam, it's exciting. They're rolling in and I'm still writing them down. So can I have a couple more minutes? Yeah, that would be great.
We'll come back to you, Jessica. So we're going to come back to Jessica. She is actually taking the the attendance. So keep at registering. As you're registering, we're going to have 2 different guest lists, but we do our door prize drawings all evening long. So keep registering and keep inviting people to come on to the cooking show, because we'll be giving away 2 or 3 times free Tupperware all night long. And so you're going to want to have your guests also see all the cool Tupperware tonight and the offers that we're giving out. We have a big sale going on too, so your guests might want to get in on the sale too. And so you can invite them to your Tupperware party that you're part of this evening. If there's a group that you can invite them to as well, nobody's going to care if you invite them to a Tupperware party and they place an order. Nobody's going to get upset with you. Trust me, they're going to love you for that. And so that'll be a bonus going on too. Our first chef tonight, she is a really special lady. Her name is Lori. I absolutely love this lady. She's so much fun, and you're going to enjoy her too. Actually, her story is so funny because she decided to sell Tupperware because her husband signed up to sell Tupperware. And once her husband signed up to sell Tupperware, she joined him. And now she's the one that actually sells the Tupperware, and he helps her out a lot too, as well. And so I think he's going to actually help her out tonight too, as well. And so let's turn it over to Lori and Dwayne. Thank you. Take it away, Lori and Dwayne.
Thanks, Pam. Excuse me. So I'm Lori. Welcome to my kitchen. And funny thing, you can tell my voice is a little raspy. We've been under the weather in our house, and Dwayne was going to help me tonight, but he came home from work and wasn't feeling well. So he's taking a nap. So I'm here to show you what we like to make on Tuesdays. So I love doing virtual because you're in your own kitchen, just like I'm in mine. And ground meat is really simple to make. Normally I use, or a lot of times I use our stack cooker. So if you're familiar with our products, our stack cooker works in the microwave and you can stack a 3-course meal. Well, it also has a colander where you can put your ground meat in and put that colander inside one of the casserole dishes and brown it in the microwave, 6 minutes per pound. So that takes all the grease and everything out of it. But sometimes I like to do it on the stove. So I feel like our cookware is the best product that we have, but it sometimes is overlooked. Okay. So this is our Chef Series 2. And I love this cookware. Now, I obviously cooked this more than a half an hour ago. I wouldn't be able to hold the bottom, but it's got a nonstick surface. You can see my ground meat doesn't stick to the pan. And this works on all surfaces, all 3 cooking surfaces. A lot of times you need special cookware to cook on certain surfaces. Ours, you do not. And it's got the no heat. It doesn't get hot. The handle doesn't get hot, and it's riveted on. Okay. So it's very sturdy. You'll never have to pull your screwdriver out to tighten the handle on our cookware. So this is the 11-inch fry pan, and I love it. Sometimes if I'm making eggs on the weekend for the family, I use the bigger one. I also have an 8-inch nonstick that I use every day for myself for breakfast. So I took ground meat. I freeze ours in 1-pound packages, and I just put it in here. I broke it up, and it's really simple. I just took a taco mix, any kind, if you like El Paso or any other kind. Once the meat is brown, you add the packet and add a little bit of water. And I always use Old Bay. My friend got me hooked on Old Bay, so I use Old Bay seasoning on everything. I use it on my meat, my chicken, my fish, my pasta. I put it in everything. So this is our spice container that is on sale right now, and it holds 1 cup. And what's nice is it keeps it fresh, but it's got a sprinkle side and it has a spoon side. Okay, so all of my spices in the cupboard behind me are in our spice shakers. Okay, so I just brown that up, and if you have ground meat that uses a lot of grease, you want to drain it. Ours is really lean, so I never have to drain it. Okay, and I'm going to use our MicroPro Grill. I keep this out all the time So we can use it like almost every day. We use it for, you're gonna see that I'm making, I guess I didn't even tell you what I was gonna make. It's our version of crunch wrap tacos, all right? But I use this all the time for chicken, for salmon, for burgers, for hot dogs, for brats, for breakfast sausage, dips, roasting vegetables. So anything that you put on your grill, either outside or in a fry pan, you can do in the microwave in minutes. So it's made for the microwave. And yes, this is metal, but it's encapsulated in silicone. So it's perfectly safe for the microwave. All right. It uses thermal heat to heat it. So I've been making these. I fed my daughter prior to starting. She had a couple. I gave one to my husband. So my grill is pretty warm, but not too warm where I can't pick it up with a handle. As you use it and you want to pick it up, this top, the silicone top, is going to get warm. So you might need a towel or an oven mitt. Mine cooled down a little bit once we started, but this receptor in the bottom gets hot, and it has a ridge along the outside. You can see where all of the grease will go. So it's great putting a hamburger in there. All the grease goes to the side and you're not cooking in that grease. Non-stick surface, just like our cookware. So you never want to cook on it, and you never want to use cooking spray. That is the biggest no-no on our non-stick surfaces. So you can use butter, you can use olive oil, but never any cooking spray, because the chemicals in there will ruin the finish and void the warranty. So don't use cooking spray. So you can do this in 2 positions. This is a grill position where it sits all the way down. It will brown both sides, which is the position I'm going to use. And then if you turn it a quarter turn, you'll see a little bit air goes in there. That's our casserole position. Okay. So I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to show you what we do. So I just have a plate, Tupperware plate. You can use any size tortilla, but a bigger one, a flour tortilla. So I'm using this size. And then you need a smaller one. Now I'm using 2 soft shells. If you wanted to make a true crunch wrap, you can get the corn tortilla small and set that in the middle. So that's what you're going to do. Okay. Now, any way that you want to make it, you can make it. This is how we do it. So I think you can see, I'm just taking a spatula and I'm putting some sour cream, light sour cream on the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to put some ground meat in the middle. Now you don't want to overstuff it because you have to fold it up a little bit. So that just means you can make more. So you put a little bit in there. And then I'm going to add, on the top, I'm going to add cheese, but we're going to use some hot sauce. So we're going to put some hot sauce on there. You could add onions, you could add peppers, you could add just about anything. I'm going to take tomatoes and I'm going to cut up a tomato. I like these little cherry tomatoes, and you'll see that it's in a Fridge Smart, which you can store tomatoes in your Fridge Smart on your counter with the top closed, with the seal on, in the closed position. So anything that has an X, like a banana, you can use store your bananas to help keep them fresher. But that's what I do with my tomatoes. Okay, so I put a little tomato on there. And then, let me scoot this out of the way. I'm gonna top it with cheese. Let me move this out of the way. This is very simple, but it's got like a lot of moving parts here. So cheese, if you've joined us before, you've seen a lot of us use our cheese grater, which is part of our master system. And this is the way that we grate our cheese. So I already have some grated, but I wanted to also show you. This, you take fresh block cheese like this, and you put it in, and it's got a plunger. You just turn the handle, okay? It's better to have cheese like this because the bag cheese, if you ever notice, it's got that waxy feel to it. That is actually cellulose, which comes from trees. That's the preservative that they put into bag cheese to make it healthy and make it last longer. So it's much more economical and tastes better and melts better if you just buy block cheese. Okay. So look at how simple that is. And this mounts right to your counter. Okay. So it just unlocks, and then you can pull it out and move it. So we grate our cheese like this all the time. So you just put a lot of cheese on it. Like, why not? You can see. Then you take the top one and you lay it down right on top, kind of smash it down a little bit. And then you just fold the four corners in. Now, if you're using a corn tortilla, they're not very flexible. They're kind of rigid. So you have to make sure that your bottom tortilla is big enough. So you'd probably have to get the 16-inch. So you see, I just folded it into a square, and I'm going to put it down on the grill like this, upside down. And if your grill is warm, you can do 2 minutes. The very first time you use it, 2 minutes on one side, take it off, flip it over, and do 2 more minutes. But like me, I probably made 3 or 4 prior to this. As the grill gets hot, just lower your time. So I was doing 1.5 minutes and 1.5 minutes by my 4th crunch wrap. This grill will never go over 425 degrees, which is amazing technology, but it just heats it up quicker. Okay. So you can do a cold grill. You can warm your grill up. And the easiest way that I warm this grill up is I take half a piece of bread and I put it down and I put it in the grill position and I put it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. And then, you know, you can throw the bread away or give it to your dog or whatever you want to do. And then the grill is preheated. Okay. So with the magic of television, I would put this in 2 and 2. But this is what it looks like. Okay. This one's still kind of warm. So it browns it on both sides. And then I'm going to cut it, you'll see. So I usually cut most things with my pizza cutter. This is our Tupperware pizza cutter. We don't carry it right now, but you want to watch for it because it's an amazing tool. All right. This is how I cut not only pizza, but bread and a lot of different things. So there. And I actually have a tomato in this one. So the cheese is melted, everything's warm, and you could serve this with guacamole or a side of rice or whatever you want to do. So you can make these literally once the meat is brown, you can crank these out in like 5 minutes a piece and your family's going to love them. So that is the simple way to use our grill in the microwave to make your crunch wraps for Taco Tuesday.
All right. Thank you so much. That one looked amazing. That made me hungry. And I'm not hungry. I just had supper. All right. That looked amazing. Thank you so much. Speaking of, we had, what day was your National Taco Day? Who knows what day is take your lunch, national, wait a minute, what is National Lunch Day? National Pack Your Lunch Day. Pack Your Lunch Day. National Pack Your Lunch Day. Everybody should pack their own lunch day. What day is that?
In Tupperware.
Huh?
In Tupperware.
In Tupperware, of course. Of course. What's day? It's National Pack Your Own Lunch Day. And so, Jessica, how many guests do we have on tonight?
21.
Hey, 21. Hey, Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 21. Number 3 wants to win Tupperware, Jessica.
Number 3 is Rob and Christy with Tammy McClung.
Robin, Christy, you just won Tupperware. Yay. Hey, Tammy, make sure you send me her address and so we can send her out some free Tupperware. All right. Hey, guys, I want to tell you about this entire set from here over, all of this Tupperware. You get the 4-piece tumbler set. These are the instant seal tumblers. They seal up and you can put your straw down through here. And when you put your straw in there, You can drink from it. When you pull your straw out, they're instant sealed, right? And so you don't have to worry about them leaking. And you make sure you walk your fingers all the way around and seal the seals all the way on. And that one wasn't, so now it is. And so you have your seal on there, and you put the straw in, drink from it, pull the straw out, and they're sealed. They won't leak. And so they're really, really cool. And so you have 4 tumblers and 4 seals that come in the set. Then you have the 4 cereal bowls that are microwave reheatable bases, and the seals are not. So you don't put the seals in the microwave, but the bases, you could reheat your oatmeal or anything like that. And they're really wonderful for you to use, even in the refrigerator and things like that. They're basic leftover bowls, over bowls, oatmeal bowls, anything like that. And they're practical because I like the way they stack down the side of each other. And so they store very nicely for you because they store very handy. See, they stack down the side of each other, very handy for you. So they're practical for storing as well. And they're also very nice because they're pretty colors. And so if you have 4 children, you can always have them color coordinated with their bowls and their seals. And they're very practical for you to take your lunch with you on this National Take Your Lunch to Work Day or Take Your Lunch to School Day. And then we also have our plates. I love these plates. These are so practical. They're easy to use. They're handy. The nicest part about these plates is the fact that they're lightweight. You can teach your children, put their plate in the sink and don't have to worry about them breaking something in the sink or making a big loud noise when they're putting their plate in the sink. And they're lightweight, and so they're easy to throw in the dishwasher and stuff like that. I also will share with you, they're very practical in the fact that they don't take up a lot of space when you're stacking them in the pantry or in the cupboard, and they're not going to weigh down the shelf because you can have a stack of 10 of these or 12 of these or 20 of these, and they're not going to be heavy on the shelf, and they're not going to make the shelf bend. And if you've ever opened up your cupboard and you see your shelf starting to bend a little bit, and you know you need to put a little bit of extra support in there, you're not going to have that problem with these. They're so lightweight and so easy to use, and they're microwave reheatable. Again, when we say microwave reheatable, that means you should be using like 50% power and only zapping them for a little bit, and so you don't like cook a steak on them. All right, that's not what they're for. All right, I love our bowls, our impression bowls. These are designed, and so literally this 3-piece set will go down inside of each other completely for storing. Now the seal is made, and so you put it on top of it like that. Now that is designed, see that? That is designed so you can put that in its place, and it's going to stay there for you. And when you put the seal on top, you can see that is an instant seal. If it's round, make a sound. That means you burp it. If it's not round, you're not going to have an airtight, liquid tight seal. You're only going to have an airtight seal, not a liquid tight seal. If it's round, make a sound. That means it's airtight and liquid tight once you've made that sound. If it's square, leave the air, because you're not going to have an airtight, liquid tight seal. Now, a bowl without a seal, it's kind of like a car without a wheel. Doesn't really work for an airtight, liquid tight seal, okay? We love our traditional patent on our bowl, and we love the fact that we have that airtight, liquid tight seal. This is perfect. Anytime you want to put something in the refrigerator, you can seal it up, make that sound seal. You could put this on its side, on its belly, anything. When you want to make a dessert or anything and you need to put it in a cooler and you know it's going to get tousled around, you don't have to worry about it if it's in a round sealed container Tupperware, because it's going to get tousled around. It's still going to come out a winner. If it's a beautiful round seal from Tupperware, you can take it, and if it takes a tumble, you're going to pick it up and use it and not mop it up and lose it. It's a phenomenal patent, a phenomenal seal. We're proud of what we have, and we have had it for 75 years. We've been proud of our Tupperware seal. The other thing that's really cool about this set of bowls is the fact that all of these will go down inside of each other, and you don't have to worry about where's the seal to that bowl, where's the seal to that bowl, because they all fit down inside of each other, and they will seal up together. And so they're all together down inside. And so everything fits down inside of there, and you know they're all together, all right? And so great set of bowls, and storage is perfect. So all you need is storage room for one bowl, and you've got all 3. Now, the pitcher comes with it too, and that is a gallon pitcher, but this just isn't just a pitcher. It is better than that, because this is a pitcher with a little bit of extra. And so when you see that pump in there, you know that that can be an airtight, liquid tight pitcher as well. You push in the center, and that seal can be airtight and liquid tight. When you push in the center, you're going to be able to really set that into an airtight, liquid tight position. If you push in the center and tilt it a little bit, it's going to pour for you, but it's not going to come out. The seal's not going to come out of there. And so you can put your iced tea in there. You can put Kool-Aid in there, ice water in there, your lemon water, whatever you'd like, and have an airtight, liquid tight seal. Our serving center, so you can pack all your different taco toppings all the way around, your sour cream in the center. You can pull that out if you'd like to and put more sour cream in the center there if you wanted to. And you can actually put your taco toppings, your taco lettuce, your taco shells there. You can use it like this. You can use it like this, and you put your taco chips in there and different taco toppings in there. You can put crushed ice in there, and you can put your shrimp in here and your shrimp dip in there. This gets really very practical in the fact that you can take this on the go, take it with you, fruit dips and fruit all the way around. If you've ever been asked to bring the vegetable tray and people, you certainly can take all those vegetables and cut them all the way up and put them all down inside of here, cover it up and take it with you to any party and look very classy when you get there. Take your cover off and put it down like this, and you have all of your vegetables in their own little condo when you get there. Because if you've ever used another tray and you get there and you have to rearrange the vegetables when you get there because they kind of messed all up, and people look at you like, oh, she's touching the vegetables like you didn't touch them at home. They cut themselves up. No, they didn't. Well, this is so nice because they're going to stay in their own little condo, whether it's the fruit or the vegetables, they're going to be in their own little compartment, and it's so easy and so pretty to serve from. Now, this comes in this set too. Would you not get excited about the fact that I told you all of this comes together in one grand prize? Everything, all of it, for a great big prize for $99. Everything. Isn't that amazing? We have a special sale for you for the month, and everything comes together. The entire 3-piece bowl set, the 4 plates, the 4 tumblers, the 4 cereal bowls, the gallon pitcher, and the serving center for $99. Woohoo! Yes, I know, right? All right, so let's take it away to our next chef. It's Ellen Lewis, 5-star director, and she is going to make you some really, really cool. You're going to like it. And then we're coming back with our trivia question. Do we get an answer?
I think they were so interested in listening to you, they forgot the answer.
You forgot. It is actually March the 10th. March the 10th. It's coming up. You better write it on your calendar. Put it in your date book so you won't forget. Take your lunch to work day. Pack it in Tupperware. All right, Ellen Lewis, take it away.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. I'm Ellen, and you are here in my kitchen right now. And so tonight I am going to be making toast tones, which is it's a dish that it uses plantains. Okay, so it uses plantains, which is kind of in the banana family. You can see the difference, right? Eric, one time before we'd ever used plantains, he came home and he was like, he put them on the counter. I was like, those aren't bananas. And they really aren't bananas. When you touch them, you can even feel how different they are. But plantains are used a lot in Caribbean cooking, Latin cooking, Cuban cooking, all that kind of good stuff. But they make an excellent side dish for any of your favorite tacos and any sort of Taco Tuesday type of a dish. So that's why I wanted to tell you about it here today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to peel a plantain. It's funny because I was, those shows where they put everything in the basket and then they open it up and they don't know what the ingredients are and they have to make something out of it. One time they had plantains in there. I used to watch that show all the time. And one time they had plantains in there and almost all of the contestants were like, they could not figure out how to peel this sucker. But there is a trick, okay? So it doesn't peel quite like a banana because it's really dense. Like it's very hard. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of our knives. This is one of my favorite knives. This is our, is part of our Uline series. And I love it because it does come with the sheath. So it keeps it protected in my drawer, but also sometimes you want to take a knife someplace with you. If you're bringing food to somebody's house, I usually bring the utensils I need to cook it, prep it, do whatever it is I'm doing with it, serve it. And so I always like to have a knife that has a sheath that I can put it in so I don't have to worry about it like, cutting through my bag or anything like that. And so this is the serrated one. And I just absolutely love the serrated knife. It's great for serrated knives are great for cutting breads and tomatoes and things along those lines. But I find myself reaching for this knife over and over. I think I have 3 in my drawer. Isn't that crazy? But I can't stand it when like one's dirty, and I do a lot of cooking from scratch. So I dirty a lot of utensils. So I have multiples of everything. So we have our serrated knife. And so definitely take a look at those on your in your catalog or online, and take a look at all the different lines of knives that you have in that line. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut off both of the ends of this. So I'm just going to cut that real quick, and then I'll bring it up and show you what I'm doing. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to take this knife and you're going to cut into the side of your plantain, and then just take it right down the side, just like that. And you're going to do that over and over. You're going to keep, I wish my camera's on the other side of me because I'm right-handed. All right. And then, so you're going to do that over and over, all the way down, right? I just realized it's not even on camera, for goodness sakes. All right. I am not a trained professional, if you can't tell. And you don't have to be either. That's the beauty of it. All right. So I take that down. I'm going to score one more time, because you'll see in a minute why I scored it so many times. So then I'm just going to take a spoon. You can use a knife or something like that, but it's just easier with a spoon. I don't have to worry about cutting myself. All right, so I'm going to take a spoon, and I'm just going to kind of go right in there. See, right there. And then I'm going to peel back on the strips that I cut. Now, if I don't cut the strips small enough, it's going to peel really funky. Like it starts splintering and kind of separating and stuff. So I just peel it just like that. And so it's super easy to peel a plantain when you know how to, but if you don't know how to, you're like, how in the world am I going to get into this sucker? All right, so I'm going to peel this. And then the cool thing about toast tones is they kind of taste like potato, right? Because green plantains are actually not sweet. They're not very sweet. Now, if it ripens and it turns a little bit more yellow, it will start to get a sweet flavor. So at that point, you want to go ahead and flavor it with sweet seasonings, and it almost turns into like a donut. Like it tastes like a donut. So amazing. But it's not, it's a gluten-free donut, clearly, because it's just a plantain. And also, plantains are something like potatoes and things along those lines. They have inflammatory properties to them, but plantains do not. And so if inflammation is a thing for you, or you're just watching it, maybe, you got aches and pains, eating some inflammatory foods can help with that. So plantains can definitely help with that. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tilt this down so you guys can see. I am just going to cut this. All right. And I'm just going to cut it into little pieces, right? Just like you would cut a banana for a small child. Okay. I'm going to cut it into smaller pieces. And then I have oil in this pan. You can use whatever oil you prefer. You want something that has a high smoke point, right? And so I prefer avocado oil because it's just my favorite. It just has such a nice buttery consistency to it. And you can find avocado oils that don't even really add flavor, which is kind of nice when you just kind of want to be tasting the food and not necessarily the oil. So I'm going to put these right in here. I'm going to put them in, and I'm just going to line the pan with them, right? And because they're going to fry. And so this is something, I toyed with the idea at one point of trying these in the MicroPro Grill, but they kind of need to fry. And so MicroPro Grill will grill them, but it won't fry them particularly because you don't want to put a whole bunch of grease in the MicroPro Grill. So I'm actually going to swap these out. And I'm using the cookware just like Lori did. This is hot, so I don't want to put it there. I'm going to swap these out because I have some that I've already browned. So these ones over here that I just cut, I am going to brown those on both sides. And then you're going to see what I'm going to do next. All right, so I am going to scoop these out, right? And you're going to see they're nice and brown, right? They don't need to be this brown. They can be a lighter brown. It's totally, taster's choice. These got a little toasty because I was doing other things and I wasn't paying attention, quite honestly. All right. And so if you want these to be a savory thing, you can add salt to them. If you want them to be sweet, you can add sugar, whatever your sugar of preference is. If it's just straight up granulated sugar, if it's you could also do swerve or any of those sort of substitutes. If you like, coconut sugar is good too. And then you're going to add a little cinnamon. And that's when they taste like a donut. But this batch here, I'm going to add salt to. but not yet because you still have one more step. But I'm going to pull these all out. All right. All right. They're not too terribly hot because I had the heat turned down because I didn't want them to burn. All right. So here's the good stuff. So this is actually a dish that my daughter helps me with every time we make it because we can crank them out really fast when you got 2 people. But it's just me tonight. So, so what you're going to do is you're going to take, I use a mug. You want something that's kind of heavier and has a flat surface right there. And you're going to put that, you're going to put the plantain down. Let me put that down, right? So you put the plantain down just like that, and you're going to smash it. This is her job. She always does the smashing. All right. So you're going to smash it and then you're going to peel it off. And so see what it looks like? All right. Now I'm putting it back into the fry pan. So I'm putting it back into the fry pan and I'm going to fry it on both sides. And when you're slicing it to put it over in this pan, right? If you want to slice it a little thicker, this is actually a little bit thinner because I wanted these to be crispy. If you slice it a little bit thicker, you see these are a little bit on the thick side. If you slice it thick, it'll have like a nice creamy inside. It'll be crispy on the outside and super creamy on the inside and so, so yummy. So these are the ones that I'm going to make sweet because I want these to taste like donuts because I'm gluten-free and it's been a really long time since I had a good donut. So I'm all about it. All right. So yeah, sometimes they stick to the bottom of this and that's okay. You can just take a knife and just scrape them off, put it all right in there. Right. And so that's what you do. So you fry on one side and then when they get toasty brown, you turn them over, fry them on the other side, pull them out, season them while they're hot, right? Because then your salt's going to stick to them and they are perfection. I am telling you, the first time I made these, I was like, where have these been all my life? I felt like it was fair food. Like I felt like I was eating something that was bad for me, but it's something that's actually good for me. So yeah, so definitely try them and then experiment. You know, once you start messing with plantains, you can experiment. And there's so many cool dishes that feature plantains. And so once you know how to peel them, it's not quite as scary. And so start playing around with them. But yeah, super tasty, super good, and perfect for a side dish for any of your favorite Latin dishes. All right, Pam, back to you.
Okay, so Jessica, do we have how many guests on now?
Hello, 26.
26. Okay, so Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 26. We want to have another winner.
The random number between 1 and 26 is 22.
22.
22, 19, 20, 21, 22. It is Casey with Christy.
All right, Casey with Christy, you're the next winner on the Champion Cooking Show with Tupperware. Congratulations. I love it. All right, so are we having a good time yet? I hope you're enjoying the recipes and the plantain. Wow, we've got 2 fun recipes with Taco Tuesday. Our fun recipes and our fun ideas are great Taco Tuesday gift set you could get right here. Wouldn't this be a really nice gift for somebody for their birthday or a new bride? Oh my goodness, yes, that'd be a great gift. Or you know what? If you know a guy, guys love Tupperware because they think they can never get it and they're not entitled to it. They are. They can have Tupperware too. All right. And so now it is time for us to turn it over to our next chef, but not before another trivia question. We want to know if you know who it took to put Tupperware on the map. You know, there was a man that invented Tupperware and he did a great job, but he was very shy. He didn't know how to sell Tupperware. It took a woman to do the job, right? And so Earl Tupperware was the man that actually invented Tupperware, and he was a chemist, and he was actually working at DuPont, and he did a great job of developing the product. And you know what? He is really responsible for creating it from the whole development of the product and a lot of the molds and so forth, but he couldn't sell it. He put it in department stores and hardware stores actually, and it just didn't sell. And a wonderful woman came through and saw it and fell in love with Tupperware. And she started selling it and it went on the map. Right? And she really did very, very well by taking that product and selling it. And pretty soon she asked Earl Tupper to pull it off the stores, off the shelves, and let her sell it through the party plan. What was her name? If you know her name, put it in the chat. It took a woman to really make it come alive. What was her name? We'll see who comes up with that. And if you've ever played Trivia Pursuit, it's actually one of the questions. And so you might want to remember this one. And so what was her name? And you'll remember it by, because she was a wise woman, knew where to store her brownies. That's a hint. Right? So put it in the chat and see who can come up with that one. And let's turn it over to a really fun lady. And her name is Robin. She is a fun lady in a lot of ways, and you're gonna love her cooking and her great recipe. Let's turn it over to our Robin and give her a great introduction, because I will tell you, her demonstrations are always entertaining. And she is one of our newer Tupperware champions, and we can't wait to hear what she has to share with us in our Tupperware Chef Show tonight. Take it away, Chef Robin.
I'm a chef now. I'm so excited. But hello, I'm Robin, and I've been with Tupperware about just over 6 months. And I'm excited to cook with you tonight, because actually, if you'd see this table, I'm only letting you see this little portion, but it's a hot mess because I've been actually feeding my family while I was waiting to be live. So tonight we're making, this is one of my favorite Weight Watchers recipes, and we're just making chicken tacos, just a simple chicken taco, but I have a lot of ideas for you about it. We'll get to that later, but I'm using the microwave pressure cooker. You can find this right now in the special offers section, and it's got a really, really great price. So you should snatch one up now while they're cheap. I want to say they're $89 right now in the special offers, but works a lot like your crock pot, except for you've got what, about 1/10 the time. It takes about 25 to 30 minutes to make just about anything you can make in your crock pot in your microwave right there. So anyhow, let's just get started, because I want to get it started because I have so many things, and I don't know if they're going to cut me off and say your time's up or what, but we'll find out. So I'll talk to you about the safety features in a minute, but first I want to get this going. Got to find my fork. Starting with my empty pressure cooker, I am not putting any oils or anything like that in that, and I'm just putting some chicken breasts. So I want to say just 2. I don't have a whole lot. This is going to be a small portion. I had to make half of it earlier so that I could show you how it ends up, and so that my family could eat before 9 p.m. So there's two nice big chicken breasts in there. That's more than a pound, but you could probably do probably 3 to 4 in there if you want. But there we go. I don't like to touch raw meat. It grosses me out. So you'll never see me grabbing there. Well, sometimes I do. I can't say never. You'll never see me grabbing there with my hand. That's the hardest part, was the chicken. It's very traumatic. I was traumatized by Ellen cutting the plantain. It gave me palpitations. I'm starting to sound like my mother. Anyways, chicken breast, 2, 3, I would say 3, 4. You could put 3 or 4 in there. You need taco seasoning. You can make it yourself in those, and keep in those beautiful spice shakers. I have not yet done that, so I'm just using some Old El Paso original taco seasoning, and I'm using the whole packet. Depending on how spicy you like things. I only have 2 chicken breasts in here, so I probably should use less, but earlier I used half and I didn't think it was spicy enough, so I'm going to use the whole one on this batch, and then when I mix them together, it'll be perfect. Taco seasoning. Now, usually I only use 3 ingredients: taco seasoning, chicken, and salsa. And again, this is another thing you can make yourself. I was thinking somebody would make their own salsa tonight, but I guess it's really not, fresh garden tomato season. So I'm using paste chunky salsa, medium. And this is not an exact science. Use what you want. If I were using little jars, we don't purchase salsa in little jars because we drink it by the quart. So if you're one of those this size jar, you know, the little glass ones would be plenty. So that's probably what, about 2 cups. I think it's a 20-ounce jar. Maybe it's less than 2 cups. But anyway, just cover it with salsa, however much you want. I'm just gonna, let's see, I'm gonna put the rest of this in there just because I got a new bottle and I don't want this. So this is gonna be extra juicy, but I am going to be mixing it in with the stuff I made earlier. So we'll be good. And that's it. I was thinking of adding some black beans to this, but I'm not going to. So that's all you do. Now, our pressure cooker. We've got this rubber gasket, and that is keeping the pressure in there, but also if something should go wrong and the pressure should get too high, that's going to fall off into there and let the pressure out so that nothing explodes in your microwave. So that's one of the safety features. You also have this like extremely engineered locking system. So you got to line up arrows. There's like a secret code and a special knock. And you just, where are my arrows? I can't even line up the arrows because I can't see because my ring light's so bright. Oh, there we go. There's my arrows. They're over here on this side. Line up your arrows and then turn it, and then it's locked. But then still, we got one more safety feature, and that's this little guy right here. And we're going to push that down like so. And now you can't slide it to unlock it. So this is going to go into the microwave for 30 minutes. And I'm putting it on power level 7 because it doesn't need to be on full power. And just like your turkey at Thanksgiving, it has a little pressure gauge. When that's done, that's going to be up. And I can't open this until it goes down. So, and when you open it, you want to open it away from you so that steam doesn't come up and sting you in the face. But that's going into the microwave. Now, when it's all done, you will need to shred your chicken with a couple of forks. And that will be very easy to shred because I put extra salsa in there. And then you've got your chicken salsa. Stir it up with that salsa and the taco seasoning, and it's going to be delicious. And I'll show you what it looks like. Now we're moving to, I've got 2 different, no, we can't move there yet. We're not moving there yet. Now we're going to go to toppings. So like Pam said, when she was talking about her kit, I'm going to use my serving center. Mine is very old because I'm very old. I know I look extremely young, but I'm really old. I'm about 102. And I'm going to tell you, get back to Weight Watchers. Everything that I have in that pressure cooker is 0 points for my Weight Watchers. The chicken is 0 points. The salsa is 0 points. That's why I use paste salsa. And the taco seasoning is 0 points. So actually, I think there might be a couple points to the taco seasoning. But when you split it up into how many tacos it makes, it turns out 0 points per serving. So to keep it low points, I have found the, one of my favorites are the Olay Extreme Wellness Wraps. These ones are tomato basil, and they are just wonderful. They're super soft, like a baby's skin, and they're large. This is a nice large wrap. And since I was using my serving center, I mixed them up. I've got the tomato basil ones, and I also have the high fiber ones that are just like a wheat. And then I was making it pretty by doing them every other one and sticking them in the center of my serving center. So we've got that. I will also put, I do like black beans on. Oh, I didn't even show you my can opener. I do like black beans on a taco as a topping. And so if you've never seen the can opener in action, I can't show it to you now because I already opened my can, but it's getting easier and easier to use. I know people say they have trouble figuring out how to use it. Once you get it down, then it gets very simple. But another thing that I like, and that I've heard people say this, I'm not going to use this whole can of black beans, but the awesome thing, not that I don't have a million Tupperware containers to store it in, but if I used half and I was going to use the other half tomorrow, this lid comes off so clean that if you put that on there, it's almost like you've sealed the can again. I was actually, when I was rinsing them, I put water in there and then I shook it and the water didn't even spray out. So that's pretty kind of awesome, I think. but, and I should be using my little thing, but I've already rinsed my black beans. I drained them and rinsed them. And I'm gonna put some of those in my serving center. Oh, can you see this section? I'm gonna turn it so you can see it. You wanna see those black beans. And, oh, my cheese. So I was super excited because I didn't know that this would work, but I used this little table. This is a little folding table. It fits right here in this crack. I fold it up. This is my little table I use because I do not have a lot of counter space in my kitchen. And I was super excited because I did not know that my great master would stick to this table because it is textured. But I was super excited because just a minute ago, whenever I believe Lori was talking, I had to hurry up and grate some cheese for my daughter because I didn't grate any because it was for the show. And I was like, it stuck to my table. I was very excited about that. So I've got some sharp cheddar here, and I cut off a little piece with my super fun knife that it's not the same one. It's my chef knife. And I'm just pushing this right up to it so that I don't even need an extra bowl. I was using this bowl earlier, and this is the center bowl from my serving center. But and I'm going to grate some cheese into there. So we have that section filled. Oh, it's not sticking. I told you it's stuck, and now it's not sticking for me. And I'm sorry, you got to look at my elbow. I think I'm quite slightly on the crack of the table. There we go. So we'll get some cheese in there. And that's my second section. I made a little mess. I maybe should have used a bowl. And there we go. How's it looking so far? We want some salsa. Something's going on in my sink. My husband always wants extra salsa. So I'm not going to do that right now because I think that's brand new and I'm going to have to unseal it. But the cheese is points on Weight Watchers. I'm not sure, about a point per tablespoon. The black beans are 0 points on my Weight Watchers. But this is my secret, is Greek yogurt. Now, I have had my nieces and nephews different times, buy them, individually, but at different times. I've been inviting them over for dinner to get to see them or get to know them more. They're adult people now. And so they bring their spouse or their, if they have kids, they bring their spouse and kids or their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and come to dinner at my house. And multiple times on multiple occasions, I've made the chicken tacos. And I take my Greek yogurt, this is plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and I put it in a bowl with a spoon. And when we're all sitting there, I say, could you pass the sour cream? And everybody's using it. Everybody's eating it. Nobody's saying anything. And then at the end of the night, I tell them it's Greek yogurt and they never would have known. Now, I don't know if that would work with everything, but on Weight Watchers for me, Greek yogurt is 0 points. Sour cream is a lot of points. So I use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. And I told people last week, you'll never know the difference in my stuffed pepper soup if you use rice cauliflower instead of rice. And Amy said she didn't. She said her family never knew. So I don't lie to you about these things. There are other things I don't know that this would be a good substitute, but when it's wrapped up in a taco, you cannot tell the difference. So we use the Greek yogurt because we're all, we were all at different times following Weight Watchers. So you've got your Greek yogurt section. I still have 3 more sections over there. So my salsa will go in one. And you can just make this a beautiful display with little spoons. And I even have my little tortillas in there. Now, of course, if you're having a big crowd, you'd need more than these 6 tortillas, but there you go. And there's my serving center. So now I'm all set, sort of. Now, finally, I just want to show you how this all turns out. I'm going to slide this guy back. Oh, wait, no, I didn't do my lettuce. I'm sorry. I've got the cutting board. I have things in the wrong order over here. So I was looking today, because I'm afraid of knives, for how to cut lettuce. The best way to shred lettuce. I had to find and I like to use my chef's knife. And this is my favorite knife. I've told everybody that this is how I became a Tupperware lady, was when I was purchasing this knife. And I love that it has a protector because I am hideously afraid of blades. And you'll see that just in a moment. I'm telling you, I almost had like a little bit of a coronary whenever Ellen was cutting that plantain in midair with that serrated knife. It was frustrating me. It was scaring me. So I've got my lettuce, and I like to use my fridge smarts. I wasn't a believer until I had one and tried it. And I was like, oh my goodness, it does exactly what it says it does. It does keep your produce much longer. And that's going to be, let's see, it's going to be our fourth section. I still need something else. What else do we put on these? I guess tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes, so you're not going to see me do tomatoes. And they say online and everywhere. Actually, I watched a training video on Tupperware too, and they said the same thing, to curl your fingers. I can't really get on board with that, but I'll try. But I like my lettuce real fine, so I'm going to do little tiny chops. I like it really like paper thin. And do that as much lettuce as you think you need, and that's going to go into one of our sections. Oh, and if you like it smaller, I'm going to get this out of the way. Just turn it and cut it a couple more times if you want little pieces. I like it long because I don't like it falling everywhere whenever I'm eating my taco. And I'm not in the prime position for cutting. I'm kind of backed in the corner over here. All right, so that's going in here. The other thing on that video that I thought was revelationary was they said if you're using your knife to clear your cutting board, I always did it like this with the sharp end. They said, no, use the back side because you don't want to dull your blade. So that was not something I'd ever thought of, but it makes so much sense. Learn something new every day, even when you're 102 like me. So I'm done with my knife now. Put him away. All right. So I still didn't put my salsa out, but there you go. Here's most of my serving center. I'll put it like this so you don't have to see that two sections are still empty. And finally, I want to show you my chicken. So something's gonna fall off the table here. I've got too many things. So my first batch of chicken, I put into my lovely vent and serves. If you don't have these, you need a set. And I reheated it for Sarah in the vent and serves. There's not much left. Glenn and I had already eaten, but he said that I can make him another taco as a demonstration. So I just get I'm going to do burrito style. So I get my little wrap. I use my fingers for everything, and my family is just used to that. I always put the cheese down first because I like it to get melty from the hot meat. So I'm going to put my cheese down. I'm just doing it. Let's see, can you see that very well? There we go. Let's move the great master over here. And all right, so just about 2/3 away across there, I'm going to put that. I'm going to put all my toppings there. I want my chicken. You can see how good it looks. Look at that. I shredded it up real well with 2 forks. And he likes a lot of chicken, so I'm going to give him a lot. He likes a lot of meat. And he also likes the salsa. So he's getting the tail end of this salsa. That's what he's going to have. It already has salsa in it, but he likes extra. And if I had tomatoes, I would give him tomatoes too. He's a tomato guy. Poor man, he doesn't get the tomatoes he would like because I don't like tomatoes. And I lost my spoon. No, I didn't. Where's it at? There it is. We'll give him some sour cream. And I don't think he wants black beans, but he does like the lettuce. And finally, how to properly wrap a burrito. Are you ready? I don't know if this is proper or not. This is just how I do it. Fold up the bottom. And then you take each side over. And hopefully, I might have too much meat in there. Oh no, there we go. And there you have it. Voila. So I wanted to say one more thing. I'll sit that down. Because tomorrow I'm going to have leftovers. And I just want to tell you this, what I do with my chicken taco leftovers. So in the morning, I will take about, I don't know, a half cup, maybe more. And I'll throw it in my little frying pan, my little what is it, Chef Series 2? Oh my goodness, my free Tupperware frying pan, the little one. Put that in there and start it heating on the stovetop till it gets warm. And then I put about maybe a quarter cup of salsa and 3 to 4 eggs, and I scramble them up right inside that pan with that hot chicken. And it is such a delicious, delicious breakfast that sometimes I don't like to share it. After they're all scrambled up, I just put a little bit of the shredded cheese over it, and it is perfection. So there's something you can do with your chicken tacos leftovers. And that's all I have to say, Pam.
Okay, that looks delicious too. Oh my goodness, how fun is this? Have you guys enjoyed it tonight? Have you enjoyed all the recipes and all the fun and all the ideas? And you see our love for the product. Okay, and you know what? You heard her talk about her free Tupperware. That's because she's a new consultant, and new consultants get a lot of free Tupperware. So if you're watching this tonight and you're like, I want free Tupperware, well, you can join us if you'd like. In fact, I told you that we'd give you an offer because for $15,
Glenn,
what?
I'm sorry.
$15. She's telling Glenn, you want your taco? He does, he wants it. For $15, you can join our team. And so if you want to join our team for $15 tonight, we have a deal for you, but you have to promise me that before you say, yes, I'll do it for $15, you talk to your Tupperware lady or man, because we have Tupper man out there too. You talk to them and you ask them, what's the other offer? Because there is another offer too. If you just have to look at it and see which one you want, okay? But there is an offer for $15 that you can join us and you would get a discount on everything, all right? And you could get free Tupperware, a lot of free Tupperware. So we do have an offer for our new consultants that you can get up to $2,000 worth of free Tupperware in your first 13 weeks. And so it's a lot of Tupperware, including all of our cookware. So if you want to get in on that, you can talk to your Tupperware lady because we have amazing offers for new people in their first 13 weeks. And our hostesses get a lot of Tupperware too. And so for being our Tupperware hostess in the month of January, you want to get in January because January is double credit for hostesses. So all of our hosts that are with us this evening, how many hosts do we have with us this evening, Jessica?
10.
10. We have very smart 10 hosts with us this evening because it's double credit for host. And you get in on double credit this month when your party sales are $1,000. Congratulations for being smart to work with us in January. And you are going to get a thank you gift. You are going to get free gifts when it hits $1,000 and doubled up at $1,000. Now I have to share with you that this host gift special right here happens to be one of my favorites, and that's at $500 in sales. And 2 of your friends saying, I'd like to do this too, because this is really fun. The virtual parties are really cool, and we do a cooking class every Tuesday night. Tuesday night is our cooking class. It starts every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. And next week is our spice blends. So we teach you how to make some really cool spice blends and how to make a meal with the spice blends. Spice blends can save you so much money making your own spice blends and how to make some fun meals with your spice blends as well. And so that's a really cool cooking class, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And how many guests do we have all together with us tonight? Jessica?
Including the host?
Yeah, let's do one more grand prize, and then we'll do separate.
35.
35, that's awesome. Alexa, give us a random number between 1 and 35. 6. Okay, 6. Congratulations, number 6. Who's that?
Number 6 is Kim Perry with Augustina.
Oh, cool. Kim Perry with Augustina. Congratulations, you're a lucky winner. Augustina, make sure you send me her address so we can send her out free Tupperware. All right, and so that's our third winner tonight. Now we're gonna have two more winners, and that is a guest winner and a host winner. And so this is what's so fun about our cooking class every Tuesday night. So if you'd like to be a host next week on Tuesday night, get in on the January deals, because all of our modular made organization system that we're going to be talking about next week in our spice demonstration and our cooking blend rally, we'll be showing modular mates. You want to be part of that because they're all 50% off. And it's going to be a really fun cooking class next week. You want to be part of that, you can be a host next week and get in on those deals. All right. And so tell your Tupperware rep that, hey, I want in on that next week. I want to do that party next week with the cooking class. All right. And so how many guests do we have? Just guests only.
25.
All right. Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 25.
Here's a number between 1 and 25. It's 2.
2.
All right. Number 2 is Crystal with Karen Knapp.
Crystal with Karen Knapp, congratulations. All right, Karen, send me that address. We'll be happy to send her some free Tupperware. And now our host grand prize winner. I believe there's 10 hosts.
Yes.
Okay. Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 10.
A random number is 3.
3.
Number 3 is Sarah Troyer with Sevilla.
Wow, Sarah Troyer with Sevilla. Congratulations, you're a lucky winner. I know another Sarah Troyer. We'd love to have you join us. However, we are going to send you free Tupperware. We are excited to have you be a winner. And everybody tonight, I hope you've enjoyed us. We'll be sending out all the recipes to all your Tupperware reps, and so you can get it from them. And tonight and every night, have a terrific evening. Thank you for being part of our cooking class this evening. Bye-bye.